All right, welcome to the vlog. It's a beautiful day. Step number one is going to be cleaning the truck, because if we are going to install anything on this big dirty girl, we're gonna have to give her a bath. Glow plugs, and we start. There we go. And here we are, just like that. Oh, look at Suburban with some nice rims. 24s or 26s. I'm gonna say 24s. Oh, he's got subs in the back too. For the record, I actually do think that it's pretty nice. On a scale of 1 to a goddamn penguin, I'm cold as fuck. Okay, I'll see you back at the house. So I know I said that I would meet you back at the house, but that was a lie, because I want to talk about two things real quick. Number one, I want to thank you all very much for your support recently on the channel. Sometimes I feel like maybe I don't say this enough as often as I should, but I just want you all to know that I appreciate it. Sometimes I forget to kind of slow down and say thanks, because I am so busy all the time. But the second thing I want to talk about is in the video recently with Andy, people were saying, you know, you say buddy all the time. And I wanted to give the little backstory to that, why I say buddy and why I say it like that. Hey, buddy. And the reason why is actually because of Seinfeld. Now, if you are younger, nice power stroke. Very nice. Nice build there. If you are younger, you might not have seen Seinfeld, but I'm sure you've heard of it. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's the greatest show. I mean, forget just greatest sitcom. I think it's like the greatest show of all time. Really, I do. But I remember as a kid, I loved that show, and I don't know if it was necessarily appropriate for like a 10-year-old at the time, but I loved it. And I remember, you know, going up to my dad's house, and he bought me the box set when I was a kid, so I had every episode on DVD. And I watched every single episode. I've watched every episode at least 3 or 4 times. And one of the funniest ones is when George is making his pudding skin singles, and he's using an X-Acto knife to cut them out. If you haven't seen the episode, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But he's using an X-Acto knife to cut out. There's a cop. There he goes. Doesn't care about my tires, thankfully. But so he's making these pudding skin singles, and he's at Jerry's house, and Jerry comes home and he said, God, George, I told you not to make these in my house. And he hits the pan, the X-Acto knife goes flying.
Hey, what's going on? Who made pudding? Oh, yeah, George, he came by, he made some more of those pudding skin singles. They're delicious. George, I told him I didn't want this stuff around. Hands up!
And it comes down and cuts Jerry's jugular. It nicks his jugular, as Kramer says. And Jerry loses a lot of blood, so Kramer donates his blood that he was storing in his own refrigerator in his house. He donates his blood to Jerry, and when he visits him in the hospital, he says, you know, something along the lines of, "You got 3 pints of Kramer in you, buddy." And he points to his heart and says, you know, "Can you hear that? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy."
Jerry, I gave you my blood. Listen to your pulse. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
So, if you haven't seen it, you probably don't think it's funny, but it's fucking funny. And that's why I say, hey, buddy, and that's why I say it in that way. When I see Andy or Nick or whatever, I say, hey, buddy. Story time is over, but look how fucking cold it is. The water on the mirror froze. I told you it's fucking cold. Okay, and here we go. How hard can it be? Ensure that both the left and right hand fender flares suit the profile of the vehicle. Note the areas where the fender flare comes in contact with the vehicle. Wrench, socket, and Allen key not supplied. Okay, so for a 3/16, I can also use a 10 millimeter, I think. I should be able to. So the easiest way to do this is to take your bolt, put it in through the front, then put your Allen key in the bolt, then use your socket to tighten it from the back, and then just repeat that step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times 4, 44 times. Once you've done that, I'm not really sure what to do next, but I have directions. Yes, wipe down the surface with the alcohol wipes that were provided in the kit. We are now going to prep the surface of the Dirtymax. I closed the garage doors because it's freezing cold outside. But once you've accomplished that, you're going to want to put on the rubber backing. Okay, now that the surface is prepped, I'm going to take the fender flare and we're going to put it on, kind of test fit it where it's going to go, and that is how it's going to look. It's not going to stay on there. Then we're going to take our mounting hardware, screw it in. All right, so everything that you just saw times 4, and we're done. I think it's gonna be easier just to skip. Hey, look at that, we're done. People probably think I'm nuts. It's a nice day, so people are walking. I'm out here talking to myself, hooting and hollering. But yeah, the fender flares are now installed on the truck, and I have to say, whether you like them or not, I will say that it makes a pretty big difference to the overall look. I mean, it really does. So if you're looking for a cheap way to change things up, just kind of, you know, keep things fresh, 180 bucks is not a bad deal for these fender flares. So these are, let's see, here's the box. I'm not going to show you the other side because I think it's pretty obvious. I'm not done with that side yet, but I wanted to show you guys a full side profile view of the truck so you can really get a good idea of what it looks like. But I will do the other side, I promise. Anyway, these are EGR fender flares, and it says EGRUSA.com. I have no idea. Nice power stroke there. I have no idea if this is a good brand or not, but you know, they went on pretty good. The installation was easy. By the way, these are fake bolts. I mean, they're real bolts, but they don't go into the fender. I would never are you kidding me? I would never drill into my baby. I have to say, you know, they were pretty easy to install. Took about an hour and a half, and that's with messing around with the camera. So I think you could probably do this in about an hour. And I think for the price and everything, it looks pretty good. Will I keep them on the truck? I don't know, probably not, just because I do like the tires to be sticking out from the body as much as possible. And you can see now, well, I don't know, they actually, I don't know, they still look pretty good. But I don't know, maybe I'll keep it on for a couple of days and then I'll take them off. I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments section below. Should I keep the fender flares on or should I take them off? Actually, here's a direct comparison, a really easy way to compare. My laziness actually serves a purpose here, as you can see. So that's with them off, and that is again with them on. So yeah, once again, let me know what you guys think, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you are stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day. I told you I'd do it.